Okay, there we go. For some reason, I was stuck in starting mode. How's it going, everybody? This is Ismortah, and this evening, during my 7 p.m. Central board game stream, this fine Monday evening, going to be showing you some Marvel Champions, another hero pack. This time, we're showing you some Scarlet Witch. Very excited about this one because this is another one of my favorite characters, especially in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, because just A, female, and B, very cosmic and cool. Even though she's technically a mutant, it's just cool. It's like kind of like supernatural, alter dimension powers. She's cool. And of course, if you think this video is cool, be sure to follow here on twitch.tv/Ismortah to see the content live. But if YouTube's more your thing, on going around your schedule, you can also check this out after 24 hours on YouTube at Shadow Balance Games. Again, sorry for the late starts. Was doing some Twitch technical issues, but now it looks like we're good. Yeah, so this evening it's just going to be an unboxing video. Again, what that is, it's just showing you, hey, if you wanted to buy and open Scarlet Witch, what's inside? So that's going to be showing you component by component, everything you get. Whereas I will show you some stuff you can do with the cards. I'm not going to the meta strategy because that's meant for future videos. Talk about the meta and deck construction and all that jazz. Let's go open her up and see what's inside. It's like a surgeon. But if you're familiar with Marvel Champions, you will know that all that's inside really is a poster and cards. If you want any tokens, you get all the shit in the base game. And if you want additional villains, that's when you get the scenario packs. But this is a hero pack. So you get a hero with corresponding nemesis encounter stuff. But in addition to, you also get additional cards that you can put into any deck. And of course, also her 15 specific cards that always have to go in her deck. But you typically get a pack of 60, as you see here. Scarlet Witch right there. And then again, if you're not familiar with this, when you look at it like, hey, that's cool, that's it. No, actually it's not. If you look at the inside flap, that's when you see additional rules and credits, as well as a cool poster on the opposite side as well. So you see here, Scarlet Witch. Pretty cool. So like you got this framed. It's a pretty cool pick of one of the cards. And then you have other stuff, rules on the left-hand side and credits on the right. This uses also team up. Got some rules clarification on how you use your chaos control ability. But yeah, be sure to refer to the inside for a cool poster and additional rules. All right, so let's open this baby up. While I'm opening this, I'll just say that if you want to know for content updates and schedule updates, not only can you see that on the Twitch schedule on my page, but also if you go to Twitter at Shadow Balance, you get notified for schedule updates and content, etc., etc. And I also have a Patreon at patreon.com/Ismortah. If you also want to, I'll throw this away later, support the channel. And the time and money that I spend on creating this cool content. All right, so you get a shit ton of cards. Don't worry, I'll show you one by one. 60 card deck of stuff. Majority of these cards are one-sided because you have particular sides on the back to indicate whether it's something for the hero or for the encounter tech. But some of these are double-sided. For example, the hero card, which will show. And typically, there's also one more. Oh yeah, here's this a card on how to quickly set up Scarlet Witch's deck, which is cool. Meaning, if you just follow what was on that card, you could just then just play immediately with Scarlet Witch. in Marvel Champions. You don't have to build a deck. You just follow the guide. And actually, if you don't fuck around with this deck and you just take the top half all the way till you see that, this is her deck. And you can it's ready to play. You can just play with it. But me, since I already have which you should have also, a Marvel Champions core set, and maybe some additional packs of your favorite characters along the way, you could, which I'm more highly recommend, is you build your own deck for how you want to play. Also make her more powerful as well. But then there's all the support cards you get as well that you can put in any deck. All right, let's do it. So the first one we have is Scarlet Witch, of course. She's an Avenger and a Mystic. Her alter ego, Wanda Maximoff. 3 recovery, that's actually really good. If Petra's in play, she has more powerful combination. You can get rid of boost icons on encounter cards. That's a multiplier. That's kind of huge for later in the game. Not necessarily level 1, but level 2. It's pretty powerful. I'm not going to go through as much detail talking about meta. On other cards, that's like, since we're looking at, hey, what makes this hero race stand out, right? Oh, and speaking of which, here is Quicksilver. And this is, well, that's her colors. Actually, no, this is it looks like the Justice cards, because she has yellow cards. I believe that's Justice. So meaning like controlling what the enemy can do. So like controlling threat, controlling encounter shit as it happens. It's stopping the villain from doing shit. We got Chaos Magic. We have Hex Bolt. Looks like we got a ton of Hex Bolts. 4 Hex Bolts. Which is weird why I have 4, because you can only have 3 of a card in a deck. So that's kind of weird why there's 4. Unless there's some reason that allows her to play 4 cards. Because you can only have 3 of the same card in a deck. So I'll have to look into that later. On the why. Not sure. Because that is a rule. So there must be an additional rule that allows her to manipulate stuff. Which would make sense considering who she is. Then we have Molecular Decay. We've got 3 of those. I just like to look at these cards. I know I've said that before, like, it's just cool having all this really cool comic book art on these cards. So it's just cool to look at. You can see all the different powers and shit of your favorite heroes. It's pretty cool. Warp Reality. And it's also interesting that this is also called Superpower. So if you have any cards that affect a hero's, quote, superpower, that would be a thing. Oh, Agatha Harkness. Right. It's interesting that that's a support card. We have Magic Shield. That's pretty good damage mitigation. You got 3 of those. Scarlet Witch's Crest. It's pretty iconic. Then we have Speed, who's an Avenger, who I guess can run with her brother. We have Wiccan. I've never heard of that character, but that's pretty cool playing words. I'm assuming it's also uses magic. But another ally. We have Crisis Averted. Wow, you can remove 6 threat? Holy shit. That's pretty fucking good. God damn. Especially late game. Wow. 3 of those. Man, that's huge. Holy shit. And for example, again, even though this is in her deck, the fact that this is not a red card, dark red card, it's not one of her cards that has to go in her deck only. This is a Justice card, so you can put this in any card that's playing Justice. 3 of those. Multitasking. Looks like another way you can remove threat, which is classic Justice. 3 of those. Swift Retribution. Way you can do some damage. You have 3 of those. Turn the Tide. Wow, a 0 casting cost. Wow, that's huge. 3 of those. Wow, it costs 0 too. Man, that's huge. Power of Justice, one of my faves. Just a way to quickly get more bang out of your buck for resources, so you don't discard that as many cards. 2 of those. Heroic Intuition, which is an upgrade, so you can just thwart better. 2 of those. Order and Chaos. It looks like it's a team-up card. That's pretty cool. One of those. Spiritual Meditation. Man, these 0 cards are amazing. And they can mill, draw 2 cards, just so you can search your deck. That's really huge, actually. And it's not limited, so you can have 3 of these in a deck. Holy shit. It's fucking good. Then we got the classic cards you put in every deck. Strength, Energy, Genius. You can only have 1 of each of these cards per deck, but you definitely always want to have 1 of each in your deck, just because you get that double resource icon at the bottom left, which is huge. Because typically cards, you get 1 resource, and those you get 2. Slipping Sanity, Obligation. Now, what's interesting here is she actually has 2 obligation cards. So there's a higher probability of her getting this card because there's 2 of them. That's kind of interesting. Or maybe 2 different ones that you could introduce. However this comes out. All right, so here's the Nemesis. We have the next evolution. I'm not familiar with that, but that's interesting. Luminous. Scarlet Witch's Nemesis, apparently. We have Magical Suspension. That looks like she's got like stuck in a ruin, magical ruin. That's confining her powers, maybe. Chaos Manipulation. I'll say that looks like Luminous doing some shit. And then, again, here's that stop card. So if you just use the cards at the top half of the deck before this, it's pre-made. But then, like I said, you could build the deck however you want, but if later you want to go back to, oh shit, what was that easy deck that I got before? On the other side is the build order. The build order. There you go. English. Right, but you also you got Bro Beat. You get 3 of those. So you also get some additional cards. Even though you're getting a Justice deck, you're getting some additional cards in the other aspects as well. So you got some Aggression. I keep forgetting what the blue one is. Oh, here we go. It says at the bottom, Leadership. Duh. That's right, I forgot. It's on the bottom right, it tells you what aspect. So we got Last Stand, which is Leadership. which is basically leading allies, making allies better, getting allies out. Aggression's more beat down, doing damage. Protection is just what it sounds like for defending your dudes. In this case, it's removing threat, but that's basically what it is in a nutshell. 3 of those. Like, for example, this says when a villain attacks you, you can remove threat. So even though you're being defensive, you can still control the situation. Recuperate is an event card. Wow. Heal damage from your alter ego equal to your rec. So you could do recuperation and then do your action to heal. Holy shit, that's huge. Wow, I could have used that the last time I played to get double heal. It's not necessarily a big deal on someone like Scarlet Witch, but oh my god, someone like She-Hulk who has a ton of health. That's fucking huge. Wow. And that's the whole deck. So you get 60 cards of Marvel Champion, Marvel action goodness. Like I said, I really love the art. Like that, it's just a cool picture. It's cool you get effectively a poster of that as well. And again, if you like what you see, be sure to follow on Twitch or YouTube or other social medias that work for you. I'll show you the poster one more time. Maximoff. Cool. I like the use of color, especially for the effect around here. Cool. Well, thanks for watching. Again, this is Ismortah, and I will catch you next time. Expect more Marvel Champion stuff in the future, and expect a week from now to do a solo play using Scarlet Witch. I'll probably mix it up with someone else as well, so I'll do 2 heroes against someone else. But that's still TBD. Be sure to check that out in the near future. Again, this is Ismortah. Thanks for watching. Catch you next time.